Hi, beautiful souls. This is your reader, Neuma Reads. And if you have fallen into this video, baby, it is for you. Better believe this one is for you. I am using my currencies deck that I created. A lot of you have been enjoying these readings, and it's one of my favorite decks to use, honestly. So I picked up some energy for a special type of collective. This collective is currently in an off season. So you guys are in an off season right now. Your bag could be slowed down. It could be non-existent right now. Just like time and energy wise, like your flow is not at its best. You do have a great history though of having a good reputation as far as like doing business, as far as in your community, amongst other colleagues. Like you have a really good reputation in these streets, okay, which is awesome. You wanna have that when you're moving and you're doing business, right? In the past, you might have took some risks and some gambles when it comes to business and when it comes to your money, and you might have lost some things. Like you did some really great things with this great rep best rep card, but you also lost some things. um but it looks like right now you are in a season of you're currently in a season of like burnout, just from working so hard. You're literally exhausted. You got two cards out here that signify that you've been burning out. A blocker card, which is like advice or tidbits from spirit that's saying what's blocking you and what's blocking your financial flow or your energetic currency flow. And it's burnout. You also got the working overtime card in reverse, which signifies burnout as well. So you're being called to rest. You know, rest is strategic. Restore yourself before you push yourself any further, okay? And some of you might be in a period of rest, of restoration, because you know you've been creatively stifled or just not having the energy to do what you need to do. You know, maybe this fear, here's another blocker card that came out for you. Maybe this fear of loss is restricting you from those losses in the past that you've taken, those gambles, those risks that we talked about. You've been afraid to move forward because of those fears of loss. And but spirit is telling you that there's opportunities present to you that are not being acted on. Okay, so just try to take one aligned risk, a one aligned move, despite the fear that you might have. Okay, even just act before certainty is even there, and that's one small step to releasing that fear and letting go so that it unblocks money. So energetically, you're being called, you're literally being called to release this, to release that fear, to release that scarcity mindset, that fear of loss, because it's restricting you. Okay, it's restricting you. It's restricting your energetic flow of money. So in order for them bags, for the money that's there for you to come in, because you're on this off season right now, you're being called to release it, let it go. And after you do that action, the timing after you do that action, there looks to be like there's some type of contract here. Spirit says that you have a contract coming in. I don't know if you are, an entrepreneur, or if you're like, you work in sales, you work in like maybe you're a booking agent, maybe you do some type of deals where you secure deals, and you your performance, your pay is based off of your performance type of deal. You have a contract coming in, which is awesome, but you need to pay attention to the fine print, okay? That's what Spirit is telling you to do, is pay attention to the fine print. It's so important. I mean, not just because people are untrustworthy, and it's just for your own protection. Read the dotted line, read everything, read the tiny print, read the fine print, read the lines in between the lines. Go have an attorney to look over documents as well if you don't understand certain things, and make sure that you renegotiate if need be. Spirit is definitely calling for you to do this. Another card that came out for you as well was the contracts card. This was a blocker card, something that could possibly block your money as well, as if you don't pay attention to, what does that say? Your fine print. Pay attention to the fine print. Those contracts in this season are very important. So review them, renegotiate them, or just exit if it's not for you, okay? It says to look over those binding agreements. Unexamined obligations are limiting financial movement, okay? If you haven't examined some things that are tying you're contracted to, like, this might even be soul ties. That you're obligated to. You're obligated to these connections with people who might drain you or who might make you feel burnt out. You might need to exit those as well. So that's for that part of the collective as well. So not only look over the fine print and those renegotiate those contracts if need be, but because it is a blocker card, I'm really feeling that you need to examine those obligations, those contractual obligations that are limiting your financial movement in this season, okay? Because knowledge restores leverage. The more you know, the more leverage that you will have, okay? I'm seeing that I'm seeing the type of currency that's going to be coming in your way is some type of tech-based money, okay? So the money is tech-based, whether you do something in the digital realm, in the digital sphere, whether you get your payments via Venmo, via, whatever. You get your payments online. Your tech-based money is going to be coming to you, and it's going to be coming in bundles, okay? So I don't want you, when you see these cards, the bad cards, I don't want you to feel like you're limited into this money, okay? I want you to be able to combine, look over the cards and be able to combine. This tech-based money, it doesn't limit you. It's you get anywhere from this lowest amount to this highest amount. That's what Spirit is calling for you. And you'll get it in reoccurring bundles, okay? Reoccurring bundles. And I mean, when you're doing things that have to do with contracts anyways, working in the 10K realm, 50K realm, it's easy. That's nothing. That's nothing working in that realm. So I will say that timing wise, you are in the preparation stage, and that's clear because remember, you have to do an action first. You're being called you're being called to do an action. So when you release that fear, it's going to unlock this money. And I mean, it seems like this contract is right at your door. So it looks like you have to move kind of fast. If you want to be honest with you, you have to really look inside yourself and release that fear. Do some listen to some subliminals, like do some quick shadow work. You know what I mean? Like literally do some candle work if you need to release those limiting beliefs. This windfall card came out. You're going to be receiving this windfall of money to you in bundles, like I said. But this windfall, you're being called to not do any reckless spending after you gain, okay? You're being called to manage your money right in this season. Like, I know in the past you might have took some losses, took some risks. You got some stuff, you took some wins, because you got a good reputation out here for doing good business and making good investments, but you also took some risks and you lost some things too. So spirit is calling you to manage your money in this season, okay? Create some type of structure, budget, receipts, boundaries. Awareness restores control, so you need to track your money better. You need to know that overspending is not, the best route for your money to continue to grow. And a lack of organization is causing money to slip away. So for those of you who have a spirit of mismanaging your time and mismanaging your resources, this is calling to you, okay? So that windfall is going to be a back pay. It's going to be a back pay for you. A back pay, past work that you've already done that help you get this reputation. It's uncollected income that's on its way into you. It's like it was owed to you already energetically, and because of the time that you put in. And look at that. I mean, you in the big bag leagues, kind of. You know what I mean? With the 25K, the 50K ballpark, the 10K bags. You know what I mean? Like you that's what type of contracts that you have coming your way. Because why? You're plugged in. You're plugged in. So, Spirit is letting you know that two things: your silence, your funds are also being held up because you're not sending that message. You're not making that call. You're not stating your needs clearly. It's because you have not asked. You have not followed up. You have not spoken up. And why is that, friend? Why haven't you spoken up? Why haven't you spoken up for what you need? It's because of that fear that needs to be released. Okay? So, what you should take from this message is just start taking aligned moves, aligned steps towards, you know, your goal, towards what you need to be doing. And Spirit is telling you right now to release in order to bring in. You have so many blessings coming your way, literally. So much momentum. The existing momentum that you already have from having that bomb reputation that you have in these streets, use that to boost you, because it attracts more financial flow to you. And keep going, because motion feeds motion. Okay, remember, the cards provide the map, but you are the driver. I hope you were able to receive this financial reading from Neuma Reads with love and light. Do remember, take what resonates with you and leave the rest, okay? Some of this might apply to you and some of it might apply to another part of the collective, but take what resonates with you, okay? Until we meet again, love and light.